The following presentation is brought to you by HSBC and the Center for Neighborhood Enterprises. Presented to you by Oasis of Hope.
What you should know about borrowing basics. Benefits of borrowing. Preparing to borrow. Different types of borrowing. Before we begin, this content is provided as educational material only and is not intended to solicit you for any product or service. These materials are not a recommendation by HSBC for any product, service, or financial strategy. The suggestions and recommendations contained within are general in nature and may or may not apply to your particular circumstances. Securities, annuity, and insurance products are not FDIC insured or insured by any federal government agency of the United States and subject to investment risk, including possible loss of principal invested. All decisions regarding the tax implications of your investments should be made in connection with your independent tax advisor. Should you need further assistance, HSBC strongly recommends contacting an independent attorney, tax professional, or financial consultant. Goals for today. Today we will cover the following: what credit is and how to use it to your benefit, how to increase your chances of being approved for a loan, different ways to borrow and some common types of loans. What is credit and how can it be useful? Credit is the ability to borrow money. Lending is based on trust. Credit can be convenient, helping you to purchase items you may otherwise be unable to afford. Buying a home or auto, funding a college education, starting a business, buying a retirement home. Credit does not have to equal debt. Using credit responsibly allows you to manage your money effectively and can help you achieve financial goals. Types of credit. One type is installment loan or closed-end loan. The second type is revolving loan or line of credit. With the installment loan, apply once if approved, receive a lump sum of money, the amount borrowed plus the interest is paid back in equal payments over a set period of time. Examples: 15, 20, and 30-year fixed-rate mortgages, auto loans, and student loans. With the revolving loan, the lender sets the maximum borrowing amount or credit limit. You can borrow up to your credit limit. Payments and interest are based only on the amount of your credit limit that you borrow. Examples: credit cards, store cards, and personal lines of credit. Unsecured versus secured. Unsecured loans. The only guarantee that the loan will be repaid is the customer's signature. Unsecured loans often have higher interest rates than secured loans. Examples of unsecured loans are credit cards, department store or gas cards, and personal lines of credit. Secured loans. Something of value, such as collateral, is pledged to the lender as security on the loan. Lender can sell the item if the loan is not paid back. Secured loans typically have lower interest rates than unsecured loans. Homes, autos, deposited money, recreational vehicles are some examples of items which can be used as security. A word about interest rates. Fixed versus variable. Fixed rates. Interest rate does not change and the payment is calculated once. Interest rate remains the same over the life of the loan. For installment loans, the payment also remains the same. Note: for revolving loans with a fixed rate, the payment may change depending on the balance, but the rate stays the same. Variable rates. Interest rate can change at specified periods of time during the loan. Interest rate is tied to an index or nationally published interest rate that may change periodically. The index rate plus a margin, or the percentage above the index the lender charges, is the interest rate. Amount of scheduled payment can be higher or lower each month. Interest rate versus annual percentage rate. With the interest rate, total dollars in interest charged on the loan as a percent of the loan amount. With the annual percentage rate, or APR, the APR is the total cost of the loan, including interest, fees, and other costs, as a percent of the loan amount. APR may be higher than the interest rate because it also includes any fees and costs. By law, lenders are required to disclose the APR. When comparing loans, look at both the interest rate and the APR. Here's an activity: 5 questions. Let's test our learning with a few true or false questions. A loan's interest rate includes all costs and fees, in addition to the interest that is charged. False. A secured loan is one that is backed up by some type of collateral, such as a home or auto. That is true. A revolving loan is one in which the amount borrowed plus interest is paid back in equal payments over a set period of time. That's false. A fixed rate loan is one in which the interest rate can change at fixed or specified periods of time during the loan. That is also false. All things considered, a secured loan poses less risk and usually has a lower interest rate than an unsecured loan. That's true. Prepare to apply for a loan. Prepare yourself to borrow successfully. Balance family finances. Have a budget in place. Be financially educated about all implications of borrowing. Balance family finances. Spend less than you earn. Have goals in place, short, medium, and long term. Acknowledge the difference between wants and needs. Comfortable with delayed gratification. Allowing yourself to splurge once in a while is okay though. Communicate to the entire household. Goals, limits, and responsibilities. Open and transparent. Everyone should be on the same page. Have a budget or spending plan in place. Be familiar with all expenses. Include the ones that involve irregular billing. For homeowners, this also includes saving between 1 to 3% of their home's value each year for maintenance and improvements. Have an emergency fund set up, covering at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Pay yourself first. Treat saving money as an expense that you pay each month. Aim to save at least 10% of your income. Make sure you are financially educated. The need for sound financial decisions continues to be important. There are more and more complex financial products and services available. Sound financial decisions can save tens of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. Understanding the lending process can help ensure financial decisions are sound ones, helps protect against fraud and abuse. Here's another activity. What's important when lending money? We are now going to learn about the borrower's characteristics are important when it comes to lending money. On a piece of paper, list what you believe are important qualities to look for in a borrower. Try imagining yourself in the lender's shoes. If a friend asks you to lend him or her money, what things would you think are important to consider before making your decision? Lending from the lender's perspective. A lender's goal is to make loans to borrowers who will pay them back and make their payments on time. Lenders review various areas of a borrower's finances in order to help objectively determine credit risk, how likely it is that the loan will be repaid. The process lenders use to evaluate loan applications is called underwriting. The 3 C's: credit, capacity, collateral. Credit, based on how you have handled credit in the past, includes a review of your credit report and credit score. There are many, but the most common credit score is the FICO score, developed by Fair Isaac Corporation.